can't find my way back to you until you make amends with the demons you.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. I am Genevieve, and today we are going to be going over 5 different ways to spice up your skull game. If you're wondering why I look like this though, head on over to Instagram and check out my latest post, and it has everything about why I look like this, because I am doing Spooktober. So go there, check it out. I am Genevieve, and let's get into today's video, shall we? Look number 1, this simple skull. So first thing first is we're going to be doing a nice black smoky eye. So how we're going to start is by putting a brown shade into our crease and blending that out as our transition colour. Then we're just going to start packing on that black onto our lid. A tip you can use if your black isn't that opaque is by either using a pencil or liquid eyeliner and putting that on your lid first and then packing on the black shadow over top of that and blending it out. My black happens to be opaque enough to what I wanted it to be, so I didn't do it for this look, but just a nice little handy tip for you. Once you think you've blended the top enough, you're going to take that black onto your under eye and also use the brown on top of that to blend it out. Because we're pretty much trying to emulate a eye socket, but in a glam fashion, you can drag this black way lower than you normally would, or you can keep it normal. It's up to you. And boom, we're back with both eyes looking snatched. Next, I'm taking some black water activated paint and I'm starting to map out where I want my skull details. If you don't have water activated paints, you can also use eyeliner. Just bear in mind it might be a little bit harder to get off, but it should be perfectly fine. Use whatever you have to your disposal to map out what you want. After I've placed down the black paint, I'm also going back over with the black eyeshadow just to mattify it out. Again, with my black water activated paint, I start mapping out my teeth and then blending out each tooth with the black eyeshadow. I prefer this look just to give it a nice smoky edge instead of the harsh lines. Just adds a little bit more smoky and sultry to the look. Then I just placed down some contour lines and again blended it out with that black eyeshadow. I wanted everything to be really nice and smoky. Slap on a wig and we are done with look number 1. Moving straight on to look number 2, the half skull. You've already seen how I do a black smoky eye, so I'm not going to bore you with that again, so let's move straight on into the paint. This one I don't really have much instruction for besides follow the general outline of what a skull should look like, and then you're just going to mix match your colours. You can do whatever colours you want or even do a more traditional skull, but I wanted to do a really fun looking skull for this one, so I just did a bunch of different multicolours and just kept alternating until I filled up all the space. So as you can see here, I used the green to start doing a few teeth and also used it as my contour considering it was one of the darker colours I was using. Then I started going in with the yellow into different areas above and below that. If you find it easier to help you out, you can use any other sort of colour or pencil to mark out your skull first, whereas I just did it freehand as I went, but you can mark out your areas first. As you can see, I had them as quite blocky colours at first, ended up blending them out a little bit more, but this one's really up to you. It's just a fun, easy skull, and you can blend it or leave it as chunky as you like. A good way to blend between the colourful skull and your skin tone is to do what I'm doing here, which is just a zigzaggy motion. It kind of breaks it up between the two different sides. Then taking some black, I just defined between all the teeth so you could tell what they were, and in a few places like the eye socket and the temple. And that's it. Skull number 2, a check. Moving on to skull number 3, realism. So this one was a little bit harder as obviously you have to follow a semi-realistic photo of a skull, and if you're not good at 2D or 3D drawing, it could be a bit challenging for you, but if you just do it step by step, it should be a breeze. As you can see, I'm already wearing makeup from that day, but it's fine because you're going to be going over it anyway, so don't even bother trying to take it off. So first step I did was mix a white concealer with my foundation because I wanted to give myself a lighter skin tone. And then I just resulted in putting that white concealer all over my face because it was not white enough yet. And then powder. I mean, really that's a completely optional step, but I just like my foundations to be matte. You could have a real nice glossy skull if you wanted to. Personal preference. So then again, like every other skull, I started outlining my shapes, starting with the eye sockets. I try not to keep my eye sockets perfectly symmetrical or perfectly round when I draw them, because I feel like it gives it more of a realistic shape. Then just so my lid doesn't crease, I'm packing on some black powder around that. I wanted my eye sockets not to look completely flat, so I ended up putting black and brown powder on the underneath of my eye instead of the full black paint, just to make it look like the top was more sunken in than the bottom was. Then on a small fluffy brush, I just started taking brown and black powder around my temples to create a softer illusion of the indentation. Then on an itty bitty tiny little brush, I started doing some little details for the nose to show the different bones inside. And that was all just done in black paint. I also contoured with the black and brown powder around my nose to make it look like you couldn't see my nostrils or anything like that, to make it look like it was completely flat. Then taking some more black paint, I outlined my cheekbones, and while the paint is still wet, I went over with black powder so I could blend that out. For a realistic skull, you don't really want any harsh lines, because the harsh lines is kind of what gives it away that it's sort of a painting. I think the softer everything is, the better it looks. As I'm drawing the teeth out, I get smaller and smaller to create the illusion that it's going back into my jaw, because obviously we're painting on a flat surface, so just by making those outside teeth a little bit smaller, it gives that illusion. Also, sorry about that, I was painting this while it was in the afternoon, so the light was suddenly changing, so if you see some light changes, just let it be. Then I'm filling the teeth in with a lightened foundation, because pure white teeth don't really exist unless you get them, well, whitened. And this skull's been through some stuff, you know, we ain't having no pearly whites. Then on a small brush, I just got some black eyeshadow and started dragging out all the lines between the teeth. Also outlining my jaw with some black paint and dragging that down with the black eyeshadow as well. Add any more final little details and you are done. Alright, new day, new dawn, new skull, let's go! Number 4, the neon skull. So first step, of course, is starting with a black smoky eye. I'm sorry, they're just so damn pretty. Only difference I've done with this one is that I've put a silver or white sort of shimmer shade over the top. So after your black smoky eye, we're starting with the outlines. I'm using a tiny itty bitty brush with some black aqua paint, and I'm starting with my contour lines to start where I want the teeth. I'm bringing those lines in way closer than I normally would for contour lines, because I want the teeth to show up into the black. I'm also doing lines below the contour lines to show off our jaw. Then just start very vaguely marking out where you want your teeth. You're going to have to make these spaces bigger than you actually want, because when you start painting all the black around them, naturally you're going to make them smaller just by outlining them. And we want to make sure we have enough space to mark out all our glitzy glammy colours. Once you've done all those outlines, completely fill in the space with black. Then either taking some white concealer and eyeshadow or a different coloured paints, whichever one you have, start filling in all your beautiful teeth. Then taking your coloured eyeshadows, I just started doing some detailing around the contour lines and blending a rainbow. If you want to have a darker skull, you can use black to do the details. I just thought it gave a nice blend in towards the teeth. Once you've placed down all the colours, add a white strip to the middle. This will really pull off the neon effect. Do the same to all the teeth. I also ended up adding some colour around the nose as well and putting a white cross through the middle. Add some psychedelic rainbow glasses and you are good to go to the disco. And last but not least, our final skull design. And the only thing I have to say is, go extra. So this is Editing Jen from, way in the future. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video and hopefully gave you some new ideas of what you could do for Halloween this year. Some new creepy skeletons, lurking around. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below on which one was your favorite. I'd really appreciate it. And especially if you like my videos, go check out more and hit that subscribe button. And when you subscribe, hit that bell icon to turn on post notifications so you get a notification every single time that I post. But anyway, that is all from me, and I shall see you in the next one.